Okay, so here's me going through some of the questions for 1.3.1. They're not the most difficult questions, I think, but it's a lot of memory recall. So I'll just do the ones that were on a unit that were on the end of unit quiz. So here we go. A gym has equipment and computers that are connected together to form a LAN. In a star topology, state one alternative type of network that would be used if two gyms were connected together from a larger network. So wide area network. Obviously, not much difficulty here. Some of the computers connect to the network wirelessly. Name one item of network equipment these devices will need to connect to. Okay, so wireless access point. Remember, it's a gym, so it's unlikely to be a router or something like that. Some of the gym equipment needs to access user information which is stored on the internet. State one item of equipment needs to connect the LAN to the internet. Well, you should know that's a router. When a personal trainer accesses a website, they enter a domain name. Describe the use of the domain name system. Servers in the access. We use the domain name servers system to convert the domain name URL into an IP address so we can access the website. And then I'd probably write out the steps. I'm just going to cut that down there just for okay. Steps. A web browser. Enter URL into URL into web browser. Web browser contacts DNS server and sends IP, sends URL. DNS server responds with website IP. Web browser requests website from website server using IP. Typing is terrible. Website server sends website to be displayed by browser, something like that. And then I'd obviously write this out a bit neater, but I'm not going to because you could do that in your answer. State of protocol. I'm just going to delete this now because it's ruining the layout. State of protocol that will be used to transmit a web page in encrypted form. HTTPS. Explain how transmitting a website in encrypted form will reduce the threat of data interception and theft. An encrypted website can only be decrypted if you know the key required to do so. Even if someone did gain access to the data coming into and from your computer, they would be unable to use the data as it would be scrambled. There we go. Something like that. 2 points. There you go. So that's some questions on 1.3.1. I've done a lot of them. I didn't do a big on this one because I've done a lot of them. A lot of them are going to be memory recall. I've done a lot in the squares and or on the other parts. So I'll put the squares on there as well so you can see them. But yeah, that should be enough to get you started.